see what you got.
Yeah.
How did you do it? I didn't get how to do that.
Front page?
Yeah, it was
Okay, so just pick one. Yeah, you're matching the graph to it?
Yeah.
So pick one.
Huh?
Pick one.
Oh, me?
Yeah. You asked.
What, the graph or the equation?
Equation.
One.
Number one?
Yeah.
All right, so number one, you have y equals negative x plus 2 and x minus 3. So it's a parabola that opens down, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means it's going to open down. So if I wanted to graph this, this is going to give me the point, just solve it for 0. So I get negative 2 comma 0. Is that all right so far? And then if I want to graph this one, set it equal to 0, so it's opposite. So that's 3 comma 0. Is that all right so far? So right in the middle of those two will be the axis of symmetry, and on the axis of symmetry will be the vertex, right? So let's figure out what's right in the middle of them. So come in one. Come in one. Ooh, where am I at? What's halfway in between those? Half. So at half, x equals half is our axis of symmetry. Agree with that? So then if we plug this in, we plug half into our equation. I get negative half plus 2 and half minus 3. I don't know, I made that a third. Okay, so let's do the math. So that's going to be the same thing as 4 over 2. So that's going to be negative 5 over 2 right there. And then that's, let's make that 6 over 2. 1 minus 6 is negative 5 over 2. So I have 5 times negative 5 is negative 25 times negative is positive 25. And then 4 times, or 2 times 2 is 4. So my vertex is going to be at kind of a fractional amount, which is kind of goofy, but so if I made 25 over 4 a mixed number, that would be negative 6 and a fourth. So negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a little tiny bit more. So right down there is our vertex. Oops, I went the wrong way. What did I goof up? Negative 2. Positive 3, right? Oh, I have negative 10. That should be a positive 25 for it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a little tiny bit more. So up here. So we're looking for the graph that does that. It's C. I'll go with C. So it's graph letter C. Anything else from that front page? Yeah. 11? Yeah, buddy. Number 11, we have h at x. That's a fancy way of writing y is all that is. So I have a parabola that opens down because that negative out front, but then I have the exact same thing twice. Agreed? So because I have this twice, this is going to yield me the point negative 3 comma 0, and you only get it once. So that means the parabola is coming either down and bouncing off it or coming up and bouncing off the x-axis. So let's graph what we know. Negative 3. That's the only root because it happened twice. Okay? And then this, because of this, that means it's a negative. If I pattern graph, I could definitely go right one, down one, left one, down one. So I'm looking for which parabola that one is. It looks like G. Cool. Anything else? What about the second page? 13 through 19. 13 through 19. Yeah.
16.
16? number 16. Wait, y equals half. Then I have x plus 4 and x minus 6. Okay. So this is going to give me the point negative 4, 0. And this will give me the point 6, comma 0. Do you feel comfortable with that? Okay. I'll put a dot right there. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Put a dot right there. Is that okay so far? It's a parabola that opens up. We only have that half in there, so we'll have to think about that in a little bit. All right, so let's go halfway between these 2 points. So if I come in 1, 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 oh, we meet right here at 1. So at 1, that's where my axis of symmetry is going to hang out. So that's also where my vertex is going to be. So I'm going to write V for vertex. So I'm going to plug 1 in here. So I get 1 plus 4, which is 5. 1 minus 6, which is negative 5. And then whatever the answer is, I'm going to take half of it. So I'm going to get, negative 25 over 2, which is negative 12 and a half, negative 12.5. Is that okay? And most graphs, that's actually going to be off. But so that's way down here. Let's say that's negative 12.5. And so there's my parabola. Kind of a fat one because that half actually made it fat. Anything else off that? We good and happy?
Are you always gonna? Can I ask a question?
Yeah, always.
Are you on the quiz? Are there gonna be a lot of like decimals?
No, everything comes out to a nice whole number. And come back, actually, all his old homework. It might be a no-namer, but I can't remember if it's maybe next period or not. Yeah, what do you got, Chris?
Man.
You sure?
Yeah.
Good. Everyone happy? All right. So this quiz, I'm just gonna tell you about it a little bit before we do it. Okay. So it's on graphing. And so on the front page you have 6 graphs. You have 6 graphs on the front page. Okay? So they want you to graph it. They want you to label the vertex. Remember, the vertex is a point, right? They want you to label the Y-intercept. So how did I find the Y-intercept for my equation? What value is it? Huh? The C value. And the C value is what value in the equation when you look at it? It's the last one. It's the one that just has a number. It doesn't have a letter attached to it, okay? So the Y-intercept is 0, comma, the C value. And then it asks you for the axis of symmetry, which we call AOS, but on the test we ask for axis of symmetry. Do I already know the axis of symmetry if I knew the vertex? Yeah. The axis of symmetry is x equals whatever the x value of the vertex is, because that's the thing. And then the domain, all day long, the domain on every one of these is what?
Negative infinity.
Yeah, negative to positive infinity. So please don't miss the domain. Then the range. So I'm going to do 2 examples. I'll do one here, and I'll do one here. And let's say this is smiley face, comma, frowny face. So the range on this one would go from frowny face to infinity, because it's going up. But if I have a parabola that's opening down, so let's call that the point smiley face with a circle around it and frowny face with a circle around it. So that's what this point is, the vertex. So the range here, I'm coming from negative infinity and going up to frowny face. Okay? And then, so that's the front side. So you have 6 different graphs that you do. And then on the back side, there's just 2 problems, but you have to fill in the blanks. And the blanks, letter A says, what's the axis of symmetry? Letter B, what's the max or the min value? When we look for the max or the min, where do we find the max or the min? Which value? Is it X or Y?
Y.
It's Y. Good. Now, and then the domain, we got that down. The range, we got that down. The interval where it's increasing. Ooh, where's it increasing? So let's just do an increasing here. So this would be increasing on this side here, right? So this would be increasing from frowny face or smiley face, because you use the x, to infinity. But then it's increasing over here on that side. So this side would actually go negative infinity to smiley face with the circle around them. Okay? And then the roots. What are the roots? Yeah, so literally look at the graph and be like, okay, where's it across the x-axis? And both of them cross exactly at a point, which is cool. And then also on the back, at the very bottom, we have an answer bank. So there are answers down there. Now, you won't use them all. And being it asks for the domain. Absolutely. Because it asks for the domain, it has the domain listed twice. It's negative to positive infinity in the answer bank. Yeah, buddy. Okay? Sound good? Everyone happy? All right. Here's a great opportunity to show
Actually, I have a question.
Talk to me.
So what's roots?
It's where it crosses the x-axis. So.
Oh wait, actually never mind, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
So we found the roots like on this. So that's a root, that's a root. So you label it, this would be labeled as negative 4, 0 and 6, 0. It's a point. You label it as a point. And the nice thing is that answer bank on the very bottom is going to be pretty helpful for a lot of people, okay? All right, so let's go ahead. Make sure your name is on the assignment and go ahead and pass page 67, 68 up. Please. Patty. Oh, thank you very much. Okay. Oh, guess where you gotta go 6th.
I know.